Good morning. My name is Darlene Weeks, and this is my first cooking video. This morning I'm going to make English Toffee. This is a very simple recipe, easy to make if you follow the steps and you do all your preparation ahead of time. The ingredients are 2 cups of sugar, 1 pound of salted butter. The salted butter is very important or else it'll separate in the cooking process. 4 1/4 ounces of sliced raw almonds, 2 cups of chopped pecans, and 2 large bars of Symphony chocolate. You can use either the milk chocolate, you can use the dark chocolate, or you can use the milk chocolate with almonds and toffee bits. It's just your preference. You're also going to need a pizza cutter to score the toffee, a spreader for spreading the chocolate, 1 sheet of parchment paper to put over the top and press in the pecans, and a slightly buttered baking pan with sides. This one has an inside dimension of 12 by 17. And 1 jar of peanut butter, and this is just, you don't need a cooking thermometer, a candy thermometer with this recipe. You're going to go by the color of this peanut butter. I've made this toffee 100 times, and I always have my jar of peanut butter there. So that's the color. When you get to that color, your toffee's ready. All right. So I've added the 2 cups of sugar into the melted salted butter. I'm going to stir it in, mix it well. I'm adding the 4 1/4 ounces of raw sliced almonds. Now this is where this will be a continuous stirring. I'm not going to stop until I'm done. I have my jar of peanut butter so I can compare the color. I'm starting out at a 7.5 on my electric stove. And I will turn that down as this starts to get closer to the end. I do a continuous figure 8, scraping the bottom the entire time. Alright, it's starting to bubble a little. Slight bubble there, so I'm going to turn the fire down a little. I'm going to about a 5.5. Now this is on my range, so it could be different on yours. And you also see how it's starting to turn a little opaque. We're still quite a ways from being there. Make sure you use a deep pan because this has a tendency to pop some, and I wouldn't want you to get burned. This on you does not feel good. All right, as you can see in the cooking process, it's getting thicker, more opaque, and it starts to move together in a mass as I stir it. It's a continuous, don't stop stirring or you're going to have to throw it away. Your pan's very hot from this. Spread it quickly. Makes a lot. As you can see, it fills this up, and this isn't exactly thin. Spread the chocolate. Remember, I said you could use any kind of chocolate you want. I just prefer the taste of the Symphony, Hershey Symphony bar. And I like the one with the almonds and the toffee bits. But you can use the plain milk chocolate or the dark. Spread it to the edges, all the way around. Now, two cups of chopped pecans. It is just as good without it, but everyone seems to like it better with pecans unless you don't like nuts on your food. I buy my pecans from Birdall Pecan Farm, close to Bastrop, Texas. They have the nicest pecans. Always use fresh pecans from that year. The ones at the grocery store, you wonder why they're so dark. It's because they're so old. They're not kept. That could be 3 or 4 years old. Now we're going to take this piece of parchment paper. I'm just going to set it over the top and press the pecans in gently, and not so gently. Now, I'm going to use the pizza cutter to score it while it's still not totally set. Makes it a little easier to break up if you want some uniform pieces. Into the refrigerator just long enough to set the chocolate and set the toffee, and then you can take it out, break it up, and store it in an airtight container or gallon freezer bags. I believe this toffee's ready. Yes. Toffee's ready. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do this a little bit to loosen it. Start with one edge. Hang on. There we go. And then it really comes up, see, easily. Comes up in big pieces. But because we scored it, it makes it a lot easier now. You can break it in smaller pieces. You could score it smaller pieces if you need to. This is really, really nice toffee. I get so many compliments on it. When my husband and I go on vacation and we come across a candy shop, if they have toffee, I always stop to buy some just to try it. It comes in all colors. But I've yet to find toffee, maybe at one store, that had the dark, and this with the butter, and this dark color is what gives you that wonderful taste. I am plating this because we have a party to go to tonight, and it goes with us. This is my contribution to the party. This keeps for weeks. I mean, literally weeks, just like when you buy a candy bar. If you put it in an airtight container, or a lot of times I use gallon freezer bags. When I'm making a lot for gifts at Christmas time, I'll store it in gallon freezer bags and hide it. Because if I don't hide it, it disappears. That piece is for me, right there. Mine. I might give the cameraman a piece. My goodness. This toffee is so good. You see how much it makes? It makes a lot. And people, friends and family really appreciate getting homemade things for Christmas. A lot of them don't have time to make it themselves. And here's our completed toffee, ready to serve to friends, family, and yourself. Enjoy.